Hello everyone, today we will do the chapter number 6, that is a grain as big as hen's egg. So have you seen any time a grain that is as bigger as a hen's egg? No, the simple answer will be that its size is only this much, that we can't say that the grain was very bigger as the hen's egg. So this story is written by Leo Tolstoy in 1886. So in this story, there is a story about the grain that is yielded before previous times, that was its size was bigger one, because on that time there was a less manures that we use in the fields, that is why that its quality was better than now. So here you can see the picture, that is a grain, its size is bigger as a hen's egg. How its size has been reduced, how it became smaller, in this story we will learn about this thing. One day some children found in a ravine a thing shaped like a grain of corn with a groove down the middle, but as large as a hen's egg. So one day the children were playing in the ravine, that is a deep narrow valley. Deep narrow valley. There the children were playing and they found that a grain of corn that was with a groove down the middle but as large as a hen's egg. So they found a grain over there. In it there was a groove, that means there was a cut. Groove means a long narrow cut on a hard surface. So when they found, on that time a traveler was passing from that side, bought it from the children with a penny. On that time the traveler was also passing and he bought it from that child who was taking it with the penny, and taking it to the town, sold it to the king as a curiosity. So when he has taken, he took that one to the king of that town or city. He was very excited on that time. There was a curiosity in his mind. The king called together his wise men and told them to find out what the thing was. On that time the king, no one was understanding that which thing it is, because the size of the grain was very bigger one. So everyone was confused that what it is. That was as a hen's egg. So the king called all the wise men and told them to find out what the thing was. He called all the wise men. On that time the wise men pondered. Pondered means they were also thinking. Ponder means thought. They were pondering that what the thing it is. Everyone trying to identify this thing. No one but could not make head or tail of it. Could not make a head tail of that, means they are not understanding. Till one day when the thing was lying on a windowsill. Windowsill means that is a window. On there the thing was lying. A hen flew in and pecked as it till she made a hole in it. So one crow came, that one hen came and he tried to make a peck it. That means he tried to bit it. And there was one hole in that one grain. Then everyone saw that it was a grain. Everyone became very shocked that it is a grain, but it is a very bigger one. The wise men went to the king and said, it is a grain of corn. So then on that time wise men said to the king that it is a corn of grain. The king was surprised and ordered to learn men to find out where such corn had grown. So king want to know that where this type of grain is growing. He wants to know about this thing, and he sent the persons everywhere to find out where they can find. And you will have to ask the peasants, perhaps some of them may have heard from their fathers and where grain grew to such a size. So the thing was that a wise man suggested that you should ask to the peasants that because they grow these type of grains, they can give the answer of this thing. So the king gave orders that a very old peasant should be brought before him. So the king gave the orders that the person who is the oldest one in the city, you have to brought that one here. Then we can ask the question that where we can find this type of grain. The old, according to the that orders. The old man and bent as she pale, toothless, he just managed with the help of 2 crutches or totter into the king's presence. Here you can see the person who is with 2 crutches. He came in front of the king in the court. Now the king will ask the questions that the king showed him the grain. Now the king showed him that grain that can you identify it? But the old man could not hardly see it. He took it, however, and felt it with his hand. He was very toothless and he was very pale. That means he was a very old one. That is why he was unable to identify. He just took it in his hands and tried to feel it, that what it is. The king questioned him, saying, "Can you tell us, old man, where such grain as this grew?" Now the king asked that, can you give us the answer of this question, that where can we grow it, where it can be seen? Have you ever bought such corn or sown such in your field? The king asked that, in your life have you sown this type of grain? The old man was so deaf and he could hardly hear what the king said and only understood with great difficulty. The person was weakened with his ear sense, that his listening sense, with the difficulty he understood, and no, he answered at last. He said that I have not seen this type of grain anywhere in my life. I never sowed, not reaped this type of grain. Maybe my father will know about this thing. You should ask to that one person. So the king sent for the old man's father. Now the king sent give the orders to bring that one person's father. That was much better to that one person who came before it. He was having only 1 crutch. That is why those who were working in the king, they brought only this one person, because he was looking very old, but the father was looking more younger than the old man. He was found and brought before the king. He came walking with 1 crutch. He has only 1 crutch. The king showed him. Now the king showed him that one grain, and he gave the same answer, that he is unable to see. He is unable to understand that where I have not grown this type of grain in my lifespan, and you have to ask from my father. King asked the same questions. The old man was rather hard of hearing. He could still hear better than his head son. Now he has more powerful listening power than his son. No, he said, I never sowed or reaped any grain like this in my fields. As to buying, I never bought any, for in my life money was yet in use. So he said, same thing, that I don't know. You had to better ask him. Him, that means to his father. So the king sent for his old man's father, and they found him too and brought him before the king. Now that person's father came into the court. That means the first person who came, his grandfather is in the court. He entered walking easily without crutches. His eyes were clear. That means he was much better than those ones, and he spoke distinctly. He was not using any crutches. His listening power, speaking power was better than them. The king showed him the grain, and the old grandfather looked at it and turned it about in his hand. Now the king said that, see that, have you seen this type of grain? King is showing to the person. It is long since I saw such a fine grain, said he, and he bit a piece off and tasted it. That's a very same kind, he added. He said that I have seen, this is the same that I have grown in my field when I was younger. Tell me, grandfather, said the king, when and where was such corn grown? Now he said that, tell us. Now he is telling to the grandfather, tell us, where can we grow this type of grain? Have you ever bought or sown in your field? Now what was the answer of that person? Man replied, corn like this used to grow everywhere in my time. This type of corn, not only in specific field we grow, but everywhere we grow this type of corn in our time. I lived on corn like this in my young days and fed others on it. It was a grain like this that we used to store and reap and thresh. Thresh means when we separate the grains and the rough material. So And the king asked, tell me grandfather, did you buy it anywhere or did you grow it all yourself? Now question was, the curiosity is becoming more. He said that, did you buy it anywhere or did you grow it at yourself? The old man smiled. In my time, he answered, no one ever thought of such a sin as buying or selling. Now the old man answered that in his lifetime no one was there, that there was only field, we can go anywhere where we want to go, and there was no any type of sin that we buy our grain and we sell our grain to others. We knew nothing of money. On that time we were not greedy, that we were thinking about to get money from the grains. Each man had enough corn of his own. The person grows only that one corn, that by which he can spend his life. He was not thinking about to sell it and earn money. Then tell me grandfather, asked the king, where was your field? Where did you grow corn like this? Now it's the same question, that where did you grow it? And the grandfather answered, oh, my field was God's earth. He is telling that where is your fields? He said that God has given us that fields, and the God's earth is my field. Wherever I plowed, there was my field. There was no distribution of the lands, that this is my land and that is yours land. Wherever we want, we grow the seeds over there, we grow the grains over there. Land was free, it was thing no man called his own. Labor was the only thing man called his own. Now the thing that old man replied also, that the thing is only of the man, that is a labor, nothing else is of the man. Only God has given all the things. We can do only labor by which we can do ourselves. I have two more questions to ask of you. Now the king asked two more questions. That was the first is, why did the earth bear such grain then and has ceased to do so now? Now the king asked that on that time why the earth was bearing this kind of grains, but now it is not happening. Why it is ceased? Why it is stopped now? And the second question was, why does your grandson walk with two crutches, your son with one, and you yourself with none? The question was that how you are so youngful, and why the earth stopped bearing this type of grains. Now these two questions king asked. Your eyes are bright, your teeth sound, your speech clear, pleasant to hear. How have these things come about? These are the questions of the king. The old man answered, these things are so because men have ceased to live by their own labor and have taken to depending on the labor of others. The thing is happening, this type of things are happening because the man doesn't want to do work himself. He is depending on others. He wants that others should do work for himself and he just enjoy the life. He is depending on others. That is why this thing is happening, that earth ceased to grow this type of grains. In the old times, men live according to the God's law. In the old time, people were living according to the God. They had what was there and did not covet what other had produced. They were happy, they were satisfied with their own earning, whatever they produce, whatever they yield, they were satisfied with that one. But what about, they were not want to know that what others has produced. Nowadays we want to know that how much they are earning, what is the lifestyle of theirs. So we are much worried about the others. We are not thinking about ourselves only. So we should just think about ourselves, that how much we are earning, we are satisfied or happy. If we are this type of person will become, then we can be satisfied in our life. This is the moral of the story. So if there will be any doubt in the lesson, you can ask. So here is the exercises. Choose the correct option as directed. The first one is, the king met 3 old peasants. Read the description and circle the correct answers. So you have to yourself do it. The old man, the older and the oldest man had strong limbs. Who has the strong limbs? The oldest one who came in the court 3rd time. That was the oldest one because he was the grandfather. The second one is the old man, the older man. The oldest man needed help to walk. He see well, but his hearing and weakened with age. That was the second one. That was the father of the first one person. So the older person, older man. Third one is the three options are there again, old man, older and the oldest, had sickly complexion and his teeth were missing. His posture was poor, so here will be the old man. Next is what did the last peasant tell the king? Tick the suitable statement. Here you can do yourself, tick or cross you have to do. Now read the sentences and answer the question. As to buying, I never bought any. So you have to tell who said these words. The older man said. In this way you will solve it. Question answer in the chapter. What did the children find in the ravine? The first answer you can do like from the lines. One day some children found in a ravine a thing shaped like a grain of corn with a groove down the middle. Second line. Second answer will be the helpful in the lines. A traveler passing by the saw thing bought it from the children for a penny. The third one will be answerable by the lines of the wise man was pondering, could not make head or tail till one day when the thing was lying on the windowsill and flew. The fourth one will be to get the information regarding that thing. That is why the king want to meet a old peasant. In this way you will do all the question answers. Then a word study, leaps and bounds, thick or thin, sooner or later. The next one is, next you will do dictionary. First is novella, that is a short novel. Fable, that is a traditional short story, especially one with animals as characters that teaches a moral lesson. Third is a novel, that is a long story in the form of book with imaginary characters. The last two one is left, fiction and parody, you will do yourself. Next is a grammar study. Circle the correct words with the brackets. The 2015 Bravery Award winners is or are. Here is a plural winners, so we will use are. In this way, according to the singular you will use is, and with I you will use am, and with the plural ones you will use are. And has have singular with the has with the singular and plural have. Fill in the blanks. Next step you have to fill the blanks according to singular and plural as I have told you earlier in this G part. Next is a workbook, a grain as big as hen's egg, word study. Where, firstly a binomial, that which has same words which we can join together. Wear and tear, thick and thin, that comes together. Those are the binomials. Add the suffix less to the words in the box. You have to add less with the words. Tarun was breathless after he walked home from school. In this way you will do. Next one is a fill in the blanks with correct words. Complete the meaning of these terms. A character is any person or an identity in a fiction. In this way the 5 words are given: plot, theme, character, style and setting. You will do it yourself. Then is a grammar study according to singular and plural as I have told in the book part G. In the same way you will do it on the workbook. If there will be any doubt you can ask in the comment section box. Thanks.